a new zone, which is off from the Cosmodrome.
Okay.
Inside old Russia, so it's this forbidden, dangerous place that Guardians haven't been able to go for
Yes, I can
centuries.
hear. I'm listening to the live stream.
By the Vanguard, by the Iron Lords long ago. So you'll get to explore that. There's also Fellwinter Peak, as you may know the name Fellwinter from Fellwinter's Lie.
Oh yes, the dreaded shotgun.
Yep, a lot of people have seen the end of that.
Yeah, brought to an end by that.
And then the
Jason, I see what you mean about the axe.
Players first began their journey long ago when they first began Destiny. You'll get to go back. It's changed, which you'll see in a moment. It's changed significantly. You'll get to run inside the wall, on top of the wall.
Okay. Beyond the wall.
Beyond the wall.
Okay. And this is what defines the Destiny player experience for so many people in our community. I'm sure so many people in our raging chat room right now. The cooperative experiences that bring Guardians together as new teammates and old friends. Talk to us about, well, if we go back into the past again, when we were talking to players about House of Wolves, one of the things we had to tell them is that there is no raid.
What?
But this is true. There is good. We've covered that story extensively. Okay. Right. However, in Rise of Iron, go ahead.
There is definitely a raid in Rise of Iron. That's easier. This is good. And so yes, a new raid, which obviously I can't tell you much about.
No spoilers.
Raids are mysteries. That entire team would come downstairs right now and just beat the crap out of us.
The door's locked, though, right?
Yeah, let's lock the door and talk about the raid.
But I'm not going to talk about it. No. But it's very exciting, very cool. Of course, new strikes and new strike and some returning favorites. So we're going to bring back some favorites and thematically tie them to this.
The story that you're telling now. Cool.
Yeah, and then, of course, with the new zone, the Plague Lands, we'll make that come alive like any other place in Destiny. Yeah. And so we have new patrols and new public events and secrets to find.
Nice. And experiences we can share with Guardians that we've never even met before.
Yes.
So, the living social world of Destiny.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, and as we saw in the trailer, with Lord Saladin as a central figure in this new story that you're telling, you got to think the Crucible is going to weigh pretty heavily in the player experience.
There's a lot to talk about the Crucible. Actually, we're going to get more details about that later because it's a big conversation, lots to say.
Yeah.
But I can say there's new maps. There's an incredible new mode, which I played yesterday and got people looking at me a lot as I yelled very loudly.
Indeed.
And the 12 people in the room there are going to laugh knowingly because I was yelling very loudly. And new features, which we'll talk about later this summer.
Like you said, yes, we will have all the right conversations with players of the game and other people in the studio who have worked on those things. So today begins a very long conversation about Rise of Iron. There's plenty of time between now and September 20th to unpack all these things to a greater degree. But tell me right now, how much does all of this cost me?
Right, so $30, September 20th, Xbox One, PS4.
So $30 US. Consult your exchange rate calculators appropriately. So $30 is the price for all of this.
Yes.
Now that we've got all of the pieces on the board, let's clear that board and talk more about the heart and soul of this new experience that you're creating. Talk to me as creators about your inspirations for the new corners that you're sending us into and the stories that you'll tell when we get there.
Sure. So whenever we begin a new game or define a new destination, what we like to do is we create a postcard image, is what we call it. And so that's this is the postcard image that we came up with for Rise of Iron. So what that does is it tries to encapsulate all the main themes, the elements of that particular release in one image and kind of capture the feeling we want. So we have here Lord Saladin, his back to the camera, looking longingly past the broken wall in the Cosmodrome where players first began their journey. His tattered cloak flapping in the wind with the Iron Lord sigil on the back. He is so awesome. He actually gets to break the fashion boundaries and wear a cloak in the world of Destiny, even though he is a Guardian. Yeah. I mean, a Titan. So you have the Cosmodrome wall. The Cosmodrome has changed significantly, as you can see in this image. The weather has come in. It's a much darker tone.
He's flanked by feral beasts.
Of course, yes, wolves. And what's beyond the wall? What happened to the wall? What's lurking there is something that players will find out in their adventures.
Okay. And the other thing they'll find out, and this is especially intriguing for me as somebody who's played a lot of Iron Banner.
Oh, it's cool.
You're going to delve into the backstory of those same Iron Lords.
This is Felwinter's Peak.
So talk to me about this setting and how that's going to satisfy that experience.
Yeah, so this is Felwinter Peak, which we talked about a moment ago. So this is where the Iron Lords once held watch over old Russia.
I don't know.
Protected humanity.
I don't know about that.
So this is the Iron
They jumped the
Temple.
wall, Roy,
And
in the raid.
back hundreds of years ago is when they were, when they were using this outpost, and now it's since all the chaos has happened and the big battle that happened long ago. Now Saladin is the last of the Iron Lords.
Yeah, no,
And
Roy,
so
they
players will
showed
have to,
a video of them jumping
journey
off the
back
wall, so I don't
to,
think it's in
Felwinter
Felwinter's Peak.
and take it back to begin their adventure.
Oh,
So this is an image from the trailer. An enormous construct. You can see a tiny little guardian walking along that bridge to enter that space and confront whatever horrors are contained within. But this throws back to the backstory that was basically we scratched the surface of in the trailer, where the Iron Lords confronted evil and sacrificed themselves to contain that.
Yeah, the central mystery of the game is what happened,
that's part of the
and then
raid.
now something's back. We actually call that the technical plague, the technological plague. It's called SIVA, is what we call this, the fictional name.
Okay.
So we're going to learn a lot more about that
It's
in
Lord
the game.
Saladin,
We don't
I
want to
know.
get too much into the story, but
No,
it does have
not
to do
that,
with
the way-
that battle long ago.
Yes.
And then now you confronting that terrible thing.
Okay. And although there are clues, the world always tells its own story. It always has its own way of exposing more details to us. We've seen diamond-shaped doorways
It won't be
like
£20,
this.
it'll be £30, same as
The
dollars.
boundaries that kept us separated from, say, Rasputin's lair.
Yeah.
So it seems as if we're delving into more themes of Golden Age technology and sort of the ghosts from the past.
Yeah, so this is where SIVA was once locked away, this horrible plague that happened, like the Iron Lords sacrificed themselves to put an end to this and stop it.
All but Lord Saladin.
All but Lord Saladin, yep.
And ever since, he has been training the Guardians.
Yep.
With his
since the beta.
Yeah, it never
since
works
the
out to
Destiny
that
beta,
though.
yes, Lord Saladin has been appearing
always
in the
ends up
tower
being the same for
and
dollars,
pitting
pounds,
Guardians
remember?
against each other and welcoming them to fight the most dreaded combatants in the world of Destiny, each other.
It's really fun to take a ritual that's been going on that long, and poke at it and kind of see, well, why is he doing this, and start asking those questions and digging into that lore and just expanding that story.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great image, like, Saladin standing in front of this flaming gong, and players have been so invested in this event for so long.
People
and,
are watching
all these great weapons and all these all this bits of lore that they've heard about now. It's a great opportunity for us to really delve in and figure out, let players know what's the backstory to this. What is all this about?
I don't think it will be. They'll make new weapons
into a whole PvE campaign and story and a whole release. So, here's an example, like one of the weapons from the original weapons from Iron Banner, Yolder's hammer. So players will get to find out.
They're using that as an example as the name.
That's going to be really exciting.
Why does he have a heavy gun named after him?
She.
That was good. Yep.
Very good.
Big reveal.
We're learning so much today.
Exclusive information.
Yep.
So the brothers and sisters
room
from
looks cool as
the
hell.
Iron Lords, their memories are kept alive by Lord Saladin, not just in the weapons that he gives us so that we can add to our arsenal, but also in dimly lit halls like this one. Talk to me about this setting and what's happening there.
Yeah, so this is a concept piece that shows the mausoleum at the top of Felwinter Peak, where the statues of each of the fallen Iron Lords were erected in memory of the great sacrifice that their sacrifice to save humanity and to lock away this horrible plague. And you can see also some elements here of the sigil, the wolf sigil carved into the ceiling here. You have the tree that is also been on the Iron Lord sigil, the Iron Banner sigil, in person here. So players will get to see a lot of where those elements came from in this spot. And this plays into the some cool moments in the end game that we won't talk about yet.
Okay.
But, we'll see that eventually.
It's really neat though. Like these expansions.
Yeah, look, there's a little gap there, isn't there? It's just a little gap underneath. You can see a slope.
That's right. Too fast. They really do let us kind of find an area of the
right?
game that is kind of untapped, and as far as lore and story.
Yeah, they went too quick.
And so that's what we really look for these expansions to do. And we're excited about this one. Yeah, absolutely.
Satisfy some of those player curiosities.
Absolutely.
You know, who is Lord Saladin? Why do I have a shotgun named after someone named Fellwinter?
Yeah, those are super awesome questions to ask, and then you start unwrapping that, and that's just fun for the team and
fun for the
fans. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So
People complained about the Grimoire, but
to the time and
you
place
you can't
that,
find out about the
players
game
of our game inhabit, the current guardians from the tower, and your new story brings us full circle back to the place where every adventure began.
Yeah. So time has passed. Things have changed. Here you see Lord Saladin patrolling old Russia, where he once had that great battle. You know, he's sort of keeping watch over the Cosmodrome, sort of hoping the horrible stuff that killed all his friends doesn't return.
But Siva remains contained.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that we've seen our hero from the tower unmasked. So, you know, getting acquainted with that enigmatic figure from the tower is going to be a lot of fun for many of our players. Now, I have to ask, he's flanked by his own wolf pack.
Right.
Do I get to raise my own wolf pack?
You might, but not
might see
in
them
not in
running
Rise of
the
Iron.
You can do whatever you
In
want.
life, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I think it's
Destiny,
illegal.
Lord Saladin is still more of a badass than I am.
You tend to find wolves where Saladin is.
Okay.
That tends to be what we're discovering.
You may see them roaming some of the social space, for example, or you know, hanging out as a sort of fun flavor in the.
Okay, so he's
That's
the
so
talisman
cool.
of the Iron Lord.
Yeah.
So
That's going to be cool.
Peg leg pirates.
yeah, through the textures in the snow. Okay, so
Overlooking.
Fellwinter Peak overlooks old Russia.
Correct.
And he comes down to patrol and make sure that
Peg
Siva
drakes.
is not contained. But as we discovered in the trailer, Siva is not contained. And our old friends, the Fallen, have burrowed
Well, you know how they
I wanna
considered.
find
into the
out.
You know they
Cosmodrome
how
and discovered
they
some of those
considered
Golden
the
Age
Fallen
vaults.
were the pirates.
So yeah,
of
the
the
Fallen are
Destiny
big
realm.
jerks, as you know,
Yeah.
and they dig into
That's
all
why
kinds
they've
of
got
stuff
peg legs.
that they're not supposed to. That's sort of their nature, and so
You know who I wanna
the
find
Fallen,
out?
I think, as you've seen before, sort of are
The new
infatuated
boss,
with
not in the
technology,
raid, the one who
and
teleports.
sort of old machinery and stuff like that. You've got
With a
the,
big
the
second.
servitors and the shanks, and sort of you've got hints of that in the game currently. But this is taking it to a whole new level. They've raised their jerk quotient up a whole notch and have sort of
It's where
unearthed
the
this
big
technological
servitor is.
plague and used it to transform themselves and sort of mutated their bodies, and they're sort of walking
jerks.
Yeah, walking
They're not
mutant
afflicted. They're
tech
embracing
jerks.
this.
Yeah.
They're augmenting
Oh,
themselves
absolutely.
with
This
this
is-
technology
Yep.
purposefully.
Yep, they're trying to turn themselves basically into machine gods and take over Earth, which sounds like a pretty jerky.
If you hang out with Chris,
detail,
you hear
or-
the words machine gods more than when you hang out with other people. That's just something, if people are curious about development,
It sounds cool.
Yeah,
it does sound cool.
that's why we let you create
Right.
these experiences
Lovely.
for us, Chris.
The
Fantastic.
experience is about machine gods.
Machine gods. Well, Lord Saladin is having none of this machine god business, so he essentially issues a call to all of the Guardians to rally to the banner of the Iron Lords and to confront this new threat.
Absolutely.
He's so cool. He doesn't use a flashlight.
Yeah, he has a torch.
He's old school.
He's
Yeah,
like
he's
you.
old school.
He
Yeah.
doesn't shave.
Everybody's saying save us, Morgan Freeman.
I guess you're doing this on
I'm
purpose. This is
here. Yes, this is completely
on
on
purpose?
purpose.
That's
Yeah,
a nice
I manicured
picture.
it just for the reveal stream.
That's
Just
a
today. I
great
like to look
picture,
nice
that
for our
is.
players.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
the
the
studio
hunter.
will adhere to a grooming standard.
But this is
Look at the
becoming an Iron
hunter.
Lord's part of
Look at the
part of the game.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's the cool
Hey,
part.
Jason, do you reckon that
Players
means
to
Titan
join
cloaks?
this
Do you reckon that means
adventure with
Titan
Saladin,
cloaks? 'Cause they have
and take his side
No.
and then eventually become an Iron Lord themselves.
It's like
which
that's
is
nice,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
the core
sleek.
factor.
It
So
is
this
real
is
sleek.
this image here's from the trailer.
I'm getting
And
that
this is at the
Titan
bottom of
armor.
the peak.
Right.
So they're ascending. It's the beginning of your journey.
Yeah,
Quite literally following in the footsteps of
Yeah.
the Iron Lords. And as you were telling
It's
me,
the raid,
your
you
journey
reckon?
begins with
No.
returning to Fellwinter Peak and
Yeah.
reclaiming it.
And I'd love to just take a
This
second.
is-
The world
this
art
is
team
Fellwinter's,
on this game has been
I think.
absolutely incredible, and this is
Peak.
just every time I look at this, I'm blown away. So that's really awesome.
Which is why I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
gonna
it's
be
the
cool to
raid.
basically
personally.
ascend this mountaintop and take it back, drive out the Fallen, and take it over so that Saladin and a few other new characters.
That's
that
what I mean.
players
See,
will,
it could be, and
be
it could be like
introduced to
at the
get to,
last part. That's the boss.
Take this over and it becomes the social space
Hello?
and the hub of Rise of Iron.
We got really excited about that idea, like taking over the social space and having it be a place you fight and capture, and then, you know, yeah, look at how different it is. So
it's cool. Definitely it's a different mood than, you know, the tower is a very polished, regal place. You know, the reef is. You know,
that's where the cable car goes. I wonder if you're riding the cable
utilitarian car. Spacefaring industry. This is very rustic. You know, sort of the mountaintop retreat. It looks like it's fallen into disarray over. You know,
it's very remote. You feel like people are just starting to kind of come back into it, and that's a cool feeling.
And we saw a concept of this, but here's an in-game view of the Iron Temple. You've alluded to the fact that, you know, we get to pay homage to these Iron Lords who are immortalized in statues now.
With that and then taking it away.
We get to claim rewards from them. We get to, and I guess we'll
honor their memories. Like, learn more about the lore of each of these fallen heroes. And we'll talk about more of that later.
Later, yes. Yes, well, the theme of this is Welcome to Rise of Iron. The sub-theme of this is we'll be talking about this all summer. So this is one of the things that we look forward to you learning more about. And in honoring their legacy and, you know, sort of honoring their memory, we will venture into the Plague Lands. This was
such cool
one of the first concepts I saw. This is pretty wicked. I think it really captures my
I don't think that's Rixis.
Makes me want to go there. Makes me want to fight them. Talk to me about what we'll find in this new setting.
Yeah, so this is deep into the Plague Lands. Snow has taken over. It's this harsh wintry environment. The Fallen have just gone crazy and like started erecting all these crazy contraptions and
probably as patrol boss,
these horrible fortresses, using Siva to build this stuff. This is going to be a whole new zone. Like I mentioned before, there'll be a pretty large space with all kinds of stuff to explore, different settings. But there'll be new patrols here, new public events, new stuff to find.
A new landing zone.
Yeah, new landing zone, absolutely.
This is the first time we've taken an existing destination and then given players a new place to
I want to find out
in that space and explore along a different vector. So you're not going to be landing where you've always landed on Earth. We're actually giving you a new place to touch down and begin your adventure.
This is Siva.
Fantastic. And as we venture deeper into the Plague Lands, we're going to encounter baddies like this guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy, I think even Skolos would say, check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the result of Siva augmentation?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be fighting them in new and exciting ways. They have some new abilities and some new things to do, and that's going to come as a result of this augmentation that they've gone under. And every Fallen House does have splicers, because augmentation is like a big part of their background. Yeah, they're more dangerous than ever.
Oh God!
And I know how to fight the Fallen. You know, I know what tactics they use. I know where their soft targets are. Do I know everything about fighting the Fallen Devil Splicers?
They have some new tricks up their sleeve for sure. Yeah, they've modified their weapons. They've modified some of their abilities, and using this new Siva mutation. So
modified their physicality. I mean, what's this guy got on the end of his arm? That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, yeah. You've got also you saw earlier the regs have little peg legs. How creepy is that? Right. I mean, they already had two of their limbs cut off. Now they've gone further and are turning themselves into little weird little machine mutants.
That is a raid boss,
now been Fallen.
Yes.
All right, and
yeah, that's the raid boss.
What's this?
Actually, no, Roy. I don't think that's a raid boss. Cool. I think this is going to be a Crash. No, Roy. I think this is going to be a Crash Bandicoot.
All right. No,
that's not the official name.
That's not the official name. Well, it is now.
Roy,
it is now.
But,
maybe when we actually get to confront this, we'll learn what the actual name is. But so you're not going to tell me what this is?
That's Kvostov, Roy.
That doesn't seem like a good use of time.
Is that the raid team knocking at the door?
Bar the door. Pile up the furniture in front of the door.
I can't see that, Jason.
So this is a Destiny game, and when I play Destiny games, I get new stuff.
Look at the hunter.
Awesome.
What is that?
Check out this stuff. This looks pretty awesome. Talk to me about
I said
what you're doing with my character, or what I get to do with my character.
Roy, look at the Titan.
Awesome new gear, the character team.
Yeah, but look at the Titan's gun. He's holding a Kvostov.
For players to chase after. Obviously, with this being
now, is that going to be
around the Iron Lords,
Kvostov?
we've got a sort of Viking warrior almost theme. You've got fur collars and horns.
You know that hunter?
You've got that look for the Iron Lord theme. You've got a theme that's based off of
Roy, actually have a look at his arms.
Technology,
there's a wolf
the Warmind style
on his arms.
armor, as you can kind of see in the middle.
We claim things from our enemies and wear them as trophies if we can accomplish the hardest things in Destiny. I love the fact that in Destiny we turn the characters of our game into heraldic knights more than soldiers.
Roy,
I've
that's
always
new
loved
Trials
that
gear.
regal quality
That is new
about
Trials gear.
what the players become in this game.
I think it's also part of showing off what it is you accomplished in the game. If you go and complete or a raid and like you're wearing the trophy of that, and players can see that accomplishment. So that's
Trials gear.
That's super important.
Speaking of Trials of Osiris, so when I acquire new gear, when I acquire new weapons, obviously that stuff makes me more powerful. I upgrade that stuff. That's all part of the the player fantasy. The act of becoming a legend, as we are so fond of saying when we talk about Destiny. But talk to me about
the cat pauldron. I think
the what?
The cat pauldron.
The cat pauldron. But when we were talking about the April update, people were really excited to learn that their maximum light would increase. Are we doing that again?
Oh, so 360 then.
Okay. So do you want to tell me the new number?
We're actually still, we're gonna wait. Yeah, we're gonna dialing it in. I like that phrase, dialing it in. But also, we want to talk about more things later in the summer. But we are definitely raising the light level.
A significant light increase.
A significant light increase.
Yes.
Go ahead and hashtag significant light increase. Help yourselves. So we'll discuss at great length at a later date once we've had a chance to make all of our decisions and lock them in. Exactly what the player progression and the investment systems and how all that
we can hold the axe.
How all that will work, but this is the act of becoming a more powerful legend in Rise of Iron. Okay, cool. And acquiring new weapons and gear, as I understand it, is not the only way in which we will become more powerful. This double-headed battle axe bathed in flame. Talk to me about this thing.
Not a hammer, by the way. There was a little confusion for a little bit about the.
It's a little sharper than a hammer.
It is sharper. Yeah. So this is a relic. That is what we kind of refer to these in game. So this is going to be very. Players will acquire it similar to how they did the Scorch Cannon.
I know, it's Warmind. They're Warmind gauntlets, right?
So this is something, this is a temporary boost of power. They'll find this out in the world. They'll find this in a particular mission. And they'll be able to pick it up and become an ultimate badass with a flaming war axe.
Wearing a Viking helmet.
Some number of minutes until they destroy everything in sight and have used it up. So I think it's pretty cool. I think Destiny is officially the only game where you can be a space robot wearing a Viking helmet and wielding a flaming battle axe. I think that's a first.
Yeah. We were we might have had a few rumors swirling around this game, and yesterday Irk and I were reading some. We were helping ourselves to some of the NeoGAF as we like to, and there was somebody saying something to the effect of, "Why is there a future science fiction soldier wearing magical armor holding a flaming axe?" And basically the reply to that was,
it's amazing.
It's amazing,
because Destiny. That's the most Destiny thing that we could imagine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hold on a sec.
So this relic, this battle axe, is an encounter-specific weapon. An interesting moment in the game. Promise me that we will delve deep into this later on this summer.
We'll show it in action, I'm sure.
Okay, we will show that in action, and we'll explain exactly how that fits into the player experience. And of course, something you can add to your arsenal. If you joined the stream late, and if you don't know yet, it is my profound pleasure to tell you that a rocket launcher called the Gallarhorn is coming back.
Woohoo!
One of the most iconic weapons.
You earn it for a quest.
I think we got it now.
In our game, I'm sure anybody from Europe would tell us that we're a bunch of fools. But a lot of times,
Gallarhorn.
I've always told people that it's the Gallarhorn because the J makes a Y sound.
Sure.
None of these things are accurate. But the Gallarhorn, the Gallarhorn, as the fans call it, is back in black. If you pre-order.
Iron Black.
Iron Black.
But all Guardians
to forge a new Gallarhorn.
Acquire the Gallarhorn if they complete a quest in the game.
So if you are a player of Rise of Iron, the Gallarhorn is back, and it is a reward for completing a quest.
Yes.
So
not just any quest.
Yeah.
You get to forge a new Gallarhorn from the
It's early. No, go ahead.
All right.
Fine.
From the
checking each other now.
From the armor of fallen heroes. So this is yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I think players are going to really enjoy the quest to.
So the new message is: if you want a Gallarhorn, make your own. Make your own. Don't wait for it to drop. Don't beg me personally on Twitter to tell Xur to sell it, as if I have that authority.
I've done that.
Go make.
You didn't make that happen for me.
No, I did not make that. They don't give me the controls to any of those things because they know that I'm way too eager to please. So if you want a Gallarhorn, Guardians, prepare to make your own this September 20th when Rise of Iron launches.
My God.
We've actually created something fun. This is sort of a love letter to one of the most iconic weapons in the Destiny arsenal, as well as the effect that it has had on our beloved community. Let's go ahead and roll tape and show them the Gallarhorn.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So much nostalgia when you pre-order. Oh my God, nostalgia. Oh, nostalgia.
It tracks! And wolf backgrounds!
Pre-order Destiny Rise of Iron and get the
Wolf
Iron
backgrounds are
Gallarhorn.
back!
Oh my God.
And tracking's back.
Nice. The power, the fury, the wolves again.
Wolves.
More wolves again.
I used to know how. I wish I told you I was going to do this.
I'm pre-ordering Rise of
Iron.
Iron.
Wolves were on that.
Well,
when
we
it shows
the
up,
Gallarhorn, we basically told people that it had the highest WPG rating of the entire arsenal. And that's most wolves per gun.
Yes, of course.
So if you want a gun with a whole bunch of wolves on it, go ahead and make it. If you want it in black, pre-order Rise of Iron, and you're going to get yourself one. And you're going to get yourself a whole lot more.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for welcoming us into your process and talking to us about the things you think about when you create these experiences for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So excited to be able to show this off, and more excited for players to be able to jump into this new world that we've created. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there with them. So
Indeed. And
E3?
yeah, sure.
Do you want to go?
What's the next stop on our adventure in talking about Rise of Iron? E3?
I think that's right.
We're both headed to E3.
Yeah, you want to go?
I will go with you to E3.
Okay,
we are going to be in Los Angeles with everyone in this wonderful industry, this wonderful world of making games. And we're going to be talking to our friends in the media. We may be appearing on a number of different live streams. So keep an eye on the other people who are going to E3
I'm throwing my money at
about the world. And you may just catch a glimpse of us letting slip a few more details about Rise of Iron.
Too soon.
Yeah,
it's because Sony will do. Sony will.
It's been a pleasure to have you guys on the couch today. It's been a pleasure to have all of you in chat. Once again, I'm Deej. It has been my pleasure to host this official reveal stream and our official sources, Game Director Christopher Barrett.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here, and Executive Producer Scott Taylor.
I'm glad I could make this happen for you.
You did. You made this happen. You complete me, Scott.
Yeah, that's good.
You complete me.
Happy birthday, Dad, by the way.
Oh, well, yes. Well, and that's, a member of our community.
He is.
Your father plays. Yeah,
he's doing his whole stream about He's doing his bounty. He's completing his bounties right now, I bet.
Yeah, he's not watching the reveal stream. You're already told him everything he needs to know about Destiny.
Yep.
Well, never stop playing games, everybody. And we're going to be talking more about the Rise of Iron all summer long. So please stay tuned to us wherever you pay attention to us. Thank you for playing. We'll see you in the tower, and maybe, just maybe, on a long enough timeline, we'll see you high atop Fellwinter Peak. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
They didn't even say we can pre-order it yet.
Yeah, of course you can pre-order it.
We're indestructible.
Oh my God.
When?
That was sick. That looks so sick.
Lords of Iron.
I know.
We
pre-order it
we
now.
would do anything to protect
How?
the last city.
Just for a second.
Some of us paid the ultimate price. I am
Look
all
at this.
that remains. We thought we had sealed away the plague for eternity.
Well, come on, where's the pre-order?
But now, it has returned. And this time, with a fallen army. It is time to avenge my brothers and sisters. Stand with me, Guardian. Prove yourself.
Oh my god.
And the
Oh my
Iron
god, that's so
Lords
cool.
will rise.
Who's doing it?
Oh my god.
Everybody. The jump.
Go!
There's the tank.
I said that about the jump, but you jump on the wall. Jump on
That
the wall.
scout rifle noise, Dad. Dad?
I'm
Rated T for teen. Pre-order Destiny Rise of Iron to
in
get the
certain
Iron Gallon
points.
Horn.
Yeah. It's also like the sword. The only thing it's not like